I would like to dedicate this work to all those who played a part in the making of the Iranian Revolution, only to suffer its consequences.
Do you believe writers and poets were, again, this is the $64 million question, but do you believe the writers and poets were reflecting the sentiment of people? I mean, not in 1979, because by that time it's hard to tell. Everybody's on the side of the revolution or whatever. But in say back to the late 50s or into the 60s or even the 70s, do you believe the writers and poets were reflecting the sentiment of the people, or that writers and poets were fermenting and creating that sentiment?
Well, both can be done. Both can be done, really. And I had something of each one of them. At the end of my acknowledgement, I say, as a small token of my appreciation and sympathy, I would like to dedicate this work to all those who played a part in the making of the Iranian Revolution, only to suffer its consequences. You see, you have to distinguish between the imagining a new system, imagining the fall of monarchy, and imagining a system that's not as bad, and then seeing a system that's very bad, suffering its consequences, I call it. So I was one, when I was growing up, my dad and mom did not train me to become to live in America and to serve Americans in understanding Persian anything better than they did. But they wanted me to serve my own society. به جامعه خدمت باید بکنی, and so on and so forth. And these words I heard day and night, that I was being raised in order to offer service to my country.
Right.
But I became deprived of that, and the country became worse.
But if it's a fantasy, how aren't you surely open to the criticism of somebody going, dude, you and your poet friends sold us a bill of goods based on your imaginations, and we all went and created a revolution that got us into a worse place.
Sure, and then and their dads and moms came along with us. You see, it's not like it's a generational thing. It's not like there were people who were for the Shah and there were people who were against the Shah. The Shah was deeply despised, and that's the fact, regardless of what the revolution did to us.